Today, I'm getting ready for the overlanding season by installing the Safari Armax Snorkel on my 4Runner. Adventure means facing the unexpected. Dust, water, or whatever nature throws at you. That's why I'm installing a snorkel on my 4Runner. It lifts the engine's air intake, ensuring cool, clean air while keeping out dust and water. I'm ready for whatever the trail has in store. And with this snorkel, I can tackle it with confidence. Before we dive into the install, let me give you a closer look at the Safari Armax Snorkel. This is the SS450HP model, designed to fit my 4Runner perfectly. Safari's intricate design process uses a combination of CAD modeling and real vehicle testing to ensure a seamless integration with your vehicle. The high-flow air ram maximizes airflow while keeping dust and water out. Made from tough, UV-stable polyethylene, this snorkel is built to handle anything the trail throws at it. With that, let's get started on the install.
All right, so first thing we're gonna do is remove the air filter box. All right, so now we take the airbox out. We have to take this piece off the airbox. This is the original intake, and this is trash. We can throw this away. So as you can see in the airbox, it does have the drainage hole in here in case any water does get in there. It can drain out before it gets sucked up into the engine. We're gonna leave that unplugged most of the time, except for if we know we're gonna be doing water crossings. Then we're gonna find a plug that we can plug that hole up. Otherwise, we want to make sure that we maintain drainage in this in case any water does make it down the snorkel and into the airbox, say like on a rainy day or something.
So if your 4Runner's like mine, these are the type of clips that are on the inside of the wheel well, and you basically have to stick a flathead screwdriver up there or some other tool and push down on these tabs. And then you should be able to wedge it out or pry it out. But you can access a lot of these from under the hood, and then the other ones, just take your time, don't break them. So I just loosened up the interior clips on the fender liner so I can bend it back. Otherwise I'm gonna have to take out all of these, remove more clips, and take this whole piece off to get the entire fender liner off. But I believe I can just reach up inside of here, all the way up to here, to get the top bolt onto the snorkel. So we're in good shape here. All right, so the fender liner's loose, airbox is out. Time to get our template set up.
All right, so they provide this nice template. You just punch this hole out of it. And then this thing should align perfectly, and it does, with the top of the fender. And then you slide that in place to the door. And then you just use masking tape, tape this all in. I'm actually gonna put some tape behind here as well, because I'm going to be using a jigsaw to cut this out. So I'm just going to protect the rest of the paint by putting a layer of tape over the top. And then they also want you to tape off your fender flare here, because they don't want any metal shavings getting down into there and then creating rust down the road. All right, that's all masked off. We have 6 holes that we need to drill out, and we have this hole here. It's not a perfect circle, so we can't use a hole saw. We're gonna have to use a jigsaw to cut this out. So I'm gonna get a marker, mark our holes, do a center punch on here so our drill bits don't travel. Then we're gonna start a pilot hole, and then we're gonna use a step bit to get it up to, I believe it's 5/8 of an inch, 16 millimeters for the bolts to go through. All right. All right, with our holes marked, we can remove the template. Now we're going to use a center punch just to make sure we get a starting point for our drill. And this is where I start to ruin the paint on my fender. There's no going back. So I'm just gonna drill a pilot hole using an 1/8 inch drill bit to do that. I'm gonna start a pilot hole here as well because I need to drill a hole to get the jigsaw into. All right, that wasn't terrible. Next step is taking a step bit and getting up to a 16 millimeter or 5/8 inch hole. All right, I think that's a pretty nice job of drilling some holes in my fender and properly ruining it. Now I'm going to go ahead and get the jigsaw and cut out the intake hole for the snorkel. That actually cut really nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my snorkel now and line this up, make sure everything's good. I hope it is because there's no going back. All right, the next thing we are going to do is deburr all the holes as well as this large hole. And then we're gonna apply a little bit of paint around the outside to prevent any rusting in the future. So I just have this little stone bit that I'm using. All right, well now all the painting is done. I'm gonna let this set up for a little bit. Normally you'd also drill 3 holes into the A-pillar right here, but I don't like the idea of drilling into the A-pillar. I'm gonna use that 3M extreme tape, mount that to the bracket on the snorkel, and then that should hold this in place just fine. So that's the path I'm gonna go down. All right, next what we're gonna do, we're gonna install these studs on these 6 holes, as well as the mounting bracket for the A-pillar using these hex bolts. So what you're gonna want is Loctite 243. That's what it says in the instructions. Basically just fill each of these holes just a little bit with some Loctite. Then you're just gonna wanna hand tighten these studs into the holes. Before you put the airbox back into the vehicle, on the bottom of the airbox, you do have to grind down a couple tabs, as well as this plastic piece up here, at least 25 millimeters. That will allow the new air intake hose to fit over the top of this properly for a watertight seal. All right, we're at a place to install the air entry hose. We're gonna come in from the outside. Feed that around through the hole into the engine bay. If anybody has a tip or a trick on how to do this easier, please put it in the comments. All right, we did it. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and put this hose clamp on here. Just get that loosely fit, and we're ready to reinstall the airbox. All right, airbox is reinstalled. Time to attach the snorkel. All right, for the next tricky part, we gotta get this hose clamp onto the air intake hose and then tighten it up from underneath when we install the snorkel. So I'm just gonna get this thing a little bit tighter. All right, so one thing I have left really is to tighten up the bolts on the inside. This has been The hardest process so far, getting my hand way up inside of here, bending that fender flare back enough. But I have a little tip that I discovered that'll make your life easier. All right, I got the 2 hardest ones done. Now I'm gonna finish off with the rest of these fender washers and lock nuts. I have 4 more to do. Thing that made this easier was this 13mm ratchet wrench. You cannot get a socket up there very easily. I tried and I was struggling with it. As soon as I pulled this thing out, my life changed. It was easy. Got it done in a couple minutes. So highly recommend this tool. All right, all done. That thing is not going anywhere. All right, well, we are down to the final step of installing the air ram to the top of the snorkel. I have to say, this should be the easiest part of the entire process. You know, drilling the holes, cutting that big hole in the fender, that was pretty simple, actually. Where I seem to find the most challenge was in actually installing the nuts on those studs inside the fender well. Just getting my big arms up inside there was really a challenge. But the hardest part's done. I'm gonna get this air ram installed and wrap up this project. All done.
Well, that wraps up the install. Now let's see how it holds up in the wild. I went with the Safari Armax snorkel because it's gear I can trust. Safari's been making snorkels for over 40 years, so I knew I was getting something built to last. The materials are tough, and the design fits my 4Runner perfectly, keeping out dust and water while improving airflow. It's reassuring knowing my engine's protected, no matter where the adventure takes me. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more adventures. Thanks for watching.